Hi, today I will review Canon 55 to 250mm IS STM lens. This is affordable telephoto zoom for Canon crop cameras, but it turned out to perform rather good. In fact, more than that. First of all, there were three lenses of 55 to 250mm range. If you think about saving a little bit of money buying some of the older generations, my advice is not to do it. This latest STM version has visibly improved optics and autofocus system. This is the lens you want to have. It covers the range from 88 to 400mm in 35mm equivalent, and that is pretty much everything a typical amateur might want. If you need a longer lens than that, chances are that you are shooting birds or wildlife, and in that case you will already know which one lens you actually want. Aperture goes from f4 to 5.6 on maximum telephoto. This is nothing special, but this is typical for a budget lens. Anyway, this lens has built-in stabilization, so you will be able to get very usable, very sharp images even in some lower light situations. But ultimately, if you shoot a lot in low light situations, you will want to buy something with f2.8 aperture, but that lenses can be really big and really expensive. Since I already mentioned image stabilization, let's say that stabilization on this lens works perfectly. This is almost an essential feature on any telephoto lens due to shake that is induced by longer focal lengths. On this lens I was able to go as low as 1/10 of a second on maximum telephoto, and that's really good performance. Of course, that will depend if you are able to lean on something to get even firmer grip, but essentially image stabilization works perfect on this lens. Focusing system uses STM technology, stepper motor. That means the lens is very quiet in operation and also very fast. That is essential, especially for video recording. If video is your thing, this lens is definitely the one to have. Build quality is okay, but nothing special, and in this case you can really see this is affordable lens. It is entirely from plastic, including the lens mount. You don't need to be afraid of that. I have some plastic lenses that survived over a decade of use and still work. Zoom ring is wide, and at the top you can see manual focus ring. Manual focus is not mechanically linked on this lens. This is the case with all Canon lenses using STM system. Really good thing about this lens is the fact front element does not rotate when you focus. This is essential when you use polarizing filter, and you should use it a lot for landscape photography. If this is your first contact with this filter, here's a quick demo how much it improves contrast and colors. Of course, its usefulness depends on angle from the sun, and it removes around 2 stops of light. But still, this is the filter you want to carry around always in case you need it. This is a very light lens, 375 grams and only 11 centimeters long, what makes it very portable. 55 to 250mm turned out to be very sharp corner to corner and on all focal lengths. Once I saw the images on PC, only thing I could say is wow. For a budget lens, this is awesome performance. Here's a set of some images I took with this lens. Geometric distortions are not a problem. I noticed just a tiny barrel distortion at 55mm and slight pincushion at 250mm. But this will only be seen when taking images of geometrically straight objects, and noticed probably only by people who know how to spot such things. In other words, you will never notice it in real life. It was very hard for me to find an image with chromatic aberrations. This lens really controls it excellent. Even when they do appear, it is very easy to remove them on PC. Vignetting or light fall off is visible at open aperture. At 55, 70 and 100 mm it is not that big of a problem. At 135 and especially above that it is very pronounced with maximum aperture. 200 and 250 mm show significant light fall off, but as soon as you stop the lens just by one f-stop it almost completely disappears. Bokeh produced by this lens is not that great. It has harsh transitions and a bit rough concentric rings in blurred light sources. There are much worse lenses than this, but I don't advise buying it if bokeh is something you really care about. Lens hood is not bundled with this lens. Only N lenses by Canon are delivered with the lens hood by default. Still, this is not a problem since this lens has a very good resistance to flare. What you see now is the worst I was able to get, and this is not bad at all. So to run things up, Canon 55 to 250 mm is a serious piece of kit. This lens is sharp across the entire zoom range, corner to corner. It is very resistant to flare and has high-performing image stabilization. Its only weaknesses are a bit strong light fall off, but only on maximum telephoto and maximum aperture, and a bit harsh bokeh. This is excellent choice for landscape, sport in good light, or wildlife when the animals are at normal distances, for example in a zoo. You can also do portraits with this lens, but there is a better choice for that, and that is 50 mm STM prime lens, which will give you better subject separation and much better low light performance. This lens is a part of the affordable trinity for crop cameras. If you combine 10 to 18 mm IS STM 18 to 55 and these 55 to 250 mm lenses, you have covered all focal lengths from 16 to 400 mm equivalent with image stabilized high-performing lenses, and with them you can shoot just about anything. Only thing not covered with this trinity is low light and background blur, and for that I would recommend getting 24 mm pancake and 50 mm STM f1.8 lenses. That's all you will ever need, and most important, you will not need to sell your kidney to afford it. That's all for this review. If you have a question, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you decide to buy this lens or any other, please use affiliate links in the description below this video. You will not pay any more than otherwise, but I will get a small percentage from every purchase. Thanks for watching.